Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex here. Welcome back to another F1 2017 career mode. Apologies for no video yesterday. That's because I was out and I didn't get a video recorded in time to get up for you guys yesterday. So I apologise once again. But thank you for the support. It's been absolutely immense over the last couple of weeks. Nearly 2,000 subscribers in less than a week. Honestly, I don't know what to say. It's just absolutely insane. Thank you, guys. But anyway, we start off this career mode episode with a checkpoint race here around Italy in the Red Bull RB6 here. And this time, finally, we managed to complete the challenge. Like 9.2k was what we had to get, and we just did over 10.2k. So just about getting past, which is good stuff. And we get on to the good stuff now, the actual Grand Prix here, what you guys are for. Azerbaijan is this Grand Prix here today. And if you guys remember back to my 2016 career mode, I despised this track. I really disliked it. But today, we're going into it with hopefully a little bit more hope. So you can see here the progress on the car. It's looking good. It's slowly getting better, and you can see the guys talking in the background. He gave me a new part in this weekend as well, so we actually upgraded one of our parts. Means we pull a little bit ahead of Force India, which you can see in the progress history here, just edging ahead of Force India. It was quite close between us two until that little upgrade there, which helped us propel us a few extra points ahead of them. And what I decided to do for the practice session was just switch out to my worst parts here. And I look, it's nearly put a new engine on here. It's like, nah, remember, Alex, remember. But yeah, all the sort of normal stuff went on in practice. I don't know whether you guys really want to see it anymore, so what I decided to do is just cut out practice from the video. If you guys want me to show you practice each time, like go around the track, let me know in the comment section. I thought I'd cut it out just to see what you guys think. It saves a bit of time in the video because generally it's just the same sort of track acclimatization, that sort of thing. But nonetheless, let's get to quali here. This was my best qualifying lap. As we come around the last couple of corners in Azerbaijan, it's absolutely soaking here in Baku here. Last couple of corners, currently P12. Not the greatest run through that last corner, about 4/10 of a second up as we head to the start-finish line here. It's a better lap. It's going to hopefully improve our position here as we go to the start-finish line. Let's see where it moves us to. So 12th position right now. Not many cars out on track. So we go across the line. Nah, did you guys just see what that did? I crossed the line and it went from P12 to P16. Cody's, come on! That can't be a glitch. That can't be a glitch. I went quicker by 4/10 of a second. And I think it glitched my timeout because I ended up dropping to 16th. And look at this. Van Dorn, Vettel, Verstappen and Hamilton. None of them did qualifying times. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a mad old race, guys.
This is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Hülkenberg, Lance Stroll, and Palmer, Kvyat, Sainz, Magnussen, and Esteban Ocon, Alonso, Perez, Romain Grosjean, and Ericsson, Wehrlein, and a Williams, Stoffel Van Dorn, and Sebastian Vettel. Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Well, anyway, it's going to be a crazy race with those guys starting near the back of the field. Let's hope for our sake that we can keep them behind for a little bit, but it's going to be unlikely because, of course, they are super quick. But today, we're going to try the alternative strategy, try something different, start on the soft tyres and go over to the super softs. I think everyone else basically is starting on the super soft tyres. I wanted to try something a little bit different because I thought we're starting this far back. It's going to be tough to score points, not very good around this track. And, well, we need a bit of a miracle to get some points today because we're starting far back and I don't think we really do have the pace. Anyway, let's get ready for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. 5 lights are on and lights are out finally in Baku as we go down to turn 1. Not the greatest start in the world, of course, not the most grip on the soft tyres in comparison to everyone else's super softs, but ooh, slight moving in the braking zone there from Marcus Ericsson caught me out, so I locked up both my front tyres and then I had a little bit of contact there with Pascal Wehrlein, but down the inside of Wehrlein should be an easy overtake there on the Sauber, but he's trying to go around the outside here, a little bit of tiny bit of opposite lock there, but we managed to keep it in the right direction and now get into the slipstream of Fernando Alonso on this first lap of the race here. Going to go past him pretty easily. We know that McLaren Honda isn't too quick in a straight line, but then Grosjean, Perez, both of them backing up a bit earlier. Myself and Ericsson both trying to look to capitalise here. Couldn't quite get past Perez there, but we're going to look down the inside here. He didn't really defend it there. Perez just sort of leaving the door open, and I just grabbed it with both hands there. So good stuff from there. Moving from P16 to P12 here on the first lap of the race. We're going to have a quick look at the replay here of this first lap here, or the first half of this lap here, to see what exactly happened. So you can see on pole position there for Daniel Ricciardo. I think Raikkonen jumps him down to turn 1. But we look a bit further back here. The mid-pack is quite close, nearly 4 wide through the first corner. I decided to back out of that one. I think there was a bit of carbon fibre thrown all over the place through the first corner there, so I just about kept my nose clean. And down into here, you can see we're going down the inside there of Pascal Wehrlein. and we just about keep it past them. Oh, one of the cars, I think that was Stoffel Van Dorn going into the barriers just back there. I didn't realise that first time through. Van Dorn into barriers, and then we overtake Fernando Alonso in a straight line. And then on the brakes, just weird, Grosjean and also the Force India, was that Perez? Just quite slow there, so we can actually get past both of them in 2 corners there. So good overtakes up to P12. And now, can we get to the top 10? We've made good progress so far. So on board now as we go to the last proper corner on this track here. The rest of them on this lap are basically just flat out kings, or especially in the dry. In the wet, yeah, maybe you do have to lift, but in the dry you should go flat out through here, even if you are right up behind someone getting a bit of the turbulent air. So down the main strip, we are slightly being caught here by Sergio Perez because I slightly lost the back of Ocon, didn't have the greatest run through those last couple of corners, and Perez is really on me here. So Perez looking to my outside, he's got the slipstream, we've both got the same power unit. I think at the moment right now, I think the Force India probably has a little bit less downforce than us, so he's probably a bit quicker in a straight line here. So now we go into turn 1, get there through there quite cleanly, but turn 2, we managed to stay ahead, and we go down the inside of Ericsson. Actually, that wasn't even supposed to be an overtaking. I'll tell you that, guys, it was not supposed to be an overtake one bit. I was so surprised at how early Marcus Ericsson braked for that corner, so I was like, I've got to avoid here because this could be an accident otherwise. So I went for a bit of a, it wasn't supposed to be an overtake, as I said, but it was a bit of a dive bomb down the inside to make sure there was no contact. But lap number 2, going on to lap number 3, Sergio Perez has a much better run on me down to the first corner because he's going around the outside. We're trying to go side by side here, a little bit of a sideways moment there for me as we go down to turn number 2. Perez on my outside, and I'm on the less grippy line here, so I let Sergio Perez go through. I thought, lots of laps left in this race. Don't want to put it into the barrier straight away. I mean, that's probably inevitable. It's going to happen at some point, but I don't want that to happen. But look at this. Lewis Hamilton has fought his way through from the, I think it was the second back row of the grid, and he's got his way up to P12. But are we going to be able to halt his progress right now? Because we're in the same engine-powered car, and I think through the corners we can do a pretty good job at defending from Lewis Hamilton. We're both going to have DRS, but you can see I'm not up in the slipstream of Perez whilst he is in the slipstream of me. So down to the first corner. Going to go side by side through here. You can see the proximity area, and he goes through. He brakes a bit later, but then I lift off as we go side by side through the first corner. And, well, I guess Hamilton does that to people in real life, so we'll let it slide. It's the sort of thing that Hamilton does do to a couple of people, mostly Rosberg, but that has happened. But nonetheless, back on board here. Everyone's trying to overtake Hulkenberg. We've had a good run on Sergio Perez. We're going to go either side of Nico Hulkenberg as we head down to turn 3. That sort of reminds me of the Hakkinen and Schumacher overtake at Spa. Both going either side of a slower car and both getting the overtake done. Crazy stuff. It would have been even better if I'd managed to keep the overtake in there on Perez. But he had the inside line and I wasn't risking it here so early on in this race. And especially because they are on the super soft tyres, I'm on the soft. I thought it's going to be tough for me to pull away from them. They'll probably just get me back under DRS. I thought right now just stay behind him and if a really clear overtaking opportunity comes past me, I mean, I'll just take it with both hands. But right now it's so hard to overtake through these parts of the track here in Baku, so you can see we're just following through the Force Indias here. But right now we're looking to see these guys hopefully come to the pit lane either this lap or next time by. And then we'll go hopefully for some quick laps whilst they're into the pit lane and they're trying to warm up their tyres on the out laps here. So you can see Perez and then Ocon. I think one of these guys is definitely going to be coming to the pits this time. But a slight lock up here as Sergio Perez, for me at least, goes a little bit slowly through that corner. I'm not too sure it's because he's following his teammates so closely here. He just left a bit of caution for error. But it meant that we really had a bit of a scruffy last part of this lap here, meaning we've lost even more time to Perez than we normally have. Hulkenberg's over 2 seconds back already, so he must have had some sort of problem, surely. I mean, I don't know. I think he was at the front of this queue at some point, and he's dropped all the way down to P11. This queue goes up to like P5. So yeah. Anyway, my teammate Lars Stroll's in pit lane. He's P3 right now, Stroll. So he's having a great race. As most of the top guys pit, and then on lap number 6, the same thing happens again. Basically means everyone is pitted in this race, bar ourselves. So you can see down the main straight, we get a bit of help through DRS as well. So this is actually going to help us on our next lap. So in a way, it's good staying out for an extra lap here, so we get a couple of extra attempts on the DRS, obviously we're using here. So go down the main straight, down to the first corner, get past Bottas, but is Raikkonen just going to get us ahead of us? Yes, he is. Bottas just behind, Raikkonen just ahead, finish 1-2 right now once we pit here today. So interesting to see for those two guys. We're going to get a bit of DRS from the previous time actually, because I think it's one DRS zone for both of the one DRS detection point I should say for both of the DRS zones here. So we still get a bit of cheeky DRS and a bit of slipstream from Kimi Raikkonen, but we won't be able to keep up with him. He's just too quick. He's on brand new tyres here. So lap number 8, you can see we've fallen back from Kimi Raikkonen, as I said, about 4 seconds, but now it's time to come to pit lane. Where are we going to come out here? So I was also a little bit A little bit worried, seeing how good Lance Stroll was doing in this race. Seeing him right up there, battling for a podium position, I was like, this is going to be a tough one, because we're sort of challenging, aren't we, in this championship? It's quite close between us two, and it's quite worrying to see him outperform me by that much here today. Of course, he had the much better grid position, but still. So Ricciardo goes past, Kvyat goes past. Is Magnussen going to go past as well? Such a slow pit lane here, exiting 60 kilometers an hour, and we exit pit lane. And yeah, looks like Magnussen's going to go through, and Ocon's going to be side by side into this next corner here, and he's gone around the outside. Oh, a bit of opposite lock of Ocon at the same part of the track where he did the same sort of thing to Perez. Oh, it's quite funny actually. It's quite funny that exact same thing nearly sort of a pretty much replica of real life. Hamilton's down my inside. Oh, what's happened there? He's tried to go for it. I mean, I thought I left him room there, but just a bit of contact, Lewis Hamilton. I didn't see him until the last second here, so I'd already committed to the corner when I saw Lewis Hamilton coming down the inside there. I think a bit of a racing accident, but it's left Lewis Hamilton down the order because, of course, now I think he's gone a half spin. So, I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, yellow flag, lap number 9. What's happening here? Whoa, it's Max Verstappen with some sort of problem here. Stroll's been held up. He's from P3. He's dropped down to P5 here. Magnussen and I now right onto the back of Lance Stroll. Ocon's right on the back of me as well. So, whoa, Lance Stroll into pit lane as well. That was so nearly a crash. Down to the first corner. Braking and past Magnussen, just about past Magnussen, and Ocon managed to get past him as well. So pretty mad turn of events here today. And now as we go on to lap number 11, Daniel Ricciardo has got problems. This day just keeps getting better for us with a lot of the top guys qualifying down the back, and now top guys also getting problems. It means I think Danny Kvyat is on the podium right now, which is absolutely insane. So can we get past Danny Ricciardo? 2 laps to go, or just under 2 laps to go here today. A slight lock up. And are we going to be able to get past him here? We should get past him. I think he's got engine issues. DRS for us. And we should easily get past the Renault-powered car around the outside. And as he head onto the brakes, he tries to keep his nose in there. We just about get past him there. I think that's maybe what Hamilton should have done. Just backed out of it and lived to fight another day. Last lap of this race. Is Danny Kvyat going to be overtaken just like Lance Stroll was in real life here? So we're going into the last sector here. I was like so much pressure to get another podium. The last time out we had a podium, didn't we, in the Canadian Grand Prix? Are we going to be able to match it? Kvyat's so slow through that part of the track. We're so much quicker on the super soft tyres. I'm trying to put him off. And each car has different amounts of pressure that they can withhold before they make mistakes. But I've made a mistake. I've got sideways. Oh no. It was all going so well. It was all going so well. I had such a good last lap. And just bit too much throttle there on the curve. It slid me out a bit sideways, and unfortunately for us, we don't manage to get past Kvyat. He managed to get a podium. Which is quite mad to say. Danny Kvyat on the podium here in Baku. You can see quite a few cars not that far behind as well, so lots of cars storming across the line, but I'll take P4. I honestly think once again, like we saw in Monaco, something has really messed up with the qualifying system in the career mode so far. I don't know if it's a glitch or something, but something needs to be done about it, in my opinion, because that is ruining races here. I mean, if we could have started where we maybe were predicted, I mean, we were going 4 tenths faster and we were in like P12. I mean, it's a good chance we could have started easily in the top 10, and maybe we could have even got a podium here today. Who knows? But that's ifs and buts. We managed to finish P4. Raikkonen wins with Bottas in P2. Ferrari win again, but I don't think it's I think it's a bit strange. Raikkonen is a bit too good in this game, isn't he? He is a bit too good. Bottas picking up some more crucial points for the championship. I think he actually is now the championship leader after not such a good race from Hamilton after colliding with myself. And Vettel just like, you know, dissolving into nowhere in that race. But Danny Kvyat surely has to be the driver of the day here today in a car which should be nowhere near the podium. Danny Kvyat picks up a podium in Azerbaijan in a real life, a track where he had a DNF because of the car letting him down. So thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to leave a like on the video, enjoy, and subscribe to my channel if you are new. There'll be a video like this tomorrow, a recorded video, and hopefully on Tuesday and Wednesday there'll be live streams of the career mode, hopefully 2 episodes on both of those days. And then after that, I'm going to Italy, guys, so unfortunately there will be no career mode after that. In terms of live streams, there will be career modes just going up like this as recorded videos, but not as live streams. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. As I said, please remember to subscribe if you're new to my channel. I'd appreciate it massively. And yeah, see you guys around soon. P4, decent stuff, lads. See ya.
So it was a great effort. And here's how things are shaping up.